Hello, today I want to talk about the stone known as amethyst, and the name it originates from a Greek name or Greek word called amethystos, which means not toxic. And I wanted to start a series on talking about particular stones within the mineral kingdom. And today I wanted to start off with amethyst. It's one that's quite well known amongst, I guess, many people, not all, but different cultures, different parts of the world. A lot of people they're aware of the amethyst stone. And part of that could also be because it's found actually through many parts of the world. Now, the vibration, or what some may say, like the speed in which the energy field that this stone moves at, is probably considered quite high to extremely high. So careful when introducing yourself to this, especially if you're not used to working with crystals. There may be a bit of a relationship that has to be built with the stone first. How you do that, well, that's really up to you. And I also done a video on working with crystals, just going over a few things. I'll leave a link in the description box down below. You can go check that out. Now, it can be worked with lots of different energy points within the body. Some people call them chakras, however you like to pronounce that. And it's really going to depend on the type of amethyst as to which energy points are going to really resonate with the stone. Now, physiologically, in regards to what can you work with in regards to the mind, the body, the emotions of the human, again, it's going to depend on the type of amethyst that you're working with. Amethyst is often known to be really good working with cells, hormonal imbalances or hormonal glands, immune system, intestines. And the way in which you probably cleanse amethyst, it can actually be done with pretty much any usual way of cleaning crystals. So, you could put it in the soil, you could put it in the sunlight, you could put it in a box of rice, you could cleanse it with water, cleanse it with another crystal like selenite. So almost any way in which people would cleanse a crystal, the amethyst usually is safe to do so. It probably wouldn't destroy the stone. So amethyst is sometimes called the addiction breaker. It can be really good at relieving compulsions, obsessions, addictive behavior, hence why it's sometimes called the addiction breaker. It can also work quite well with subtle disease within the human. It can be good at stilling the mind, obviously good for things like memory, decision making, and motivation as well. Not that motivation comes from the mind, it often can come from other parts of the body, but obviously the state of the mind can help with the motivation of a being. It can also be good at dispelling things like anger, fear, rage, anxiety, and can also help comfort when one's going through grief. Some use it as, I guess you could call like a protection from psychic attack. It can also be good at enhancing higher states of consciousness and awareness. Some like to use it as a protection of EMF fog, dispelling that at least, and geopathic stress. Now, in regards to the stories or the associations that different cultures, different peoples around the world have with the stone are going to vary. And I just wanted to share some of them that I am aware of. So in ancient Egyptian culture, they often associated amethyst with great royalty, as they may call it. And the Christian religion, maybe not so the modern day, but in some of the older Christian religions, they would often associate amethyst with Christ's blood and also spiritual purification is a way to describe that. And in Chinese ancient culture, they would sometimes associate the amethyst with the door to the dream world. And in, I guess, like modern sort of different, I don't know what you'd call them, different groups, They might associate amethyst as a particular like birthstone, and they would associate it probably with the month of February. So those are just a few little things that I wanted to share about amethyst. Yeah, it's a really great stone. It's something that I know my mother really loves, this stone. So that was sort of when it first really came into my field in this lifetime, was like, yeah, being aware of my mum's own sort of like connection with this stone. She really likes this stone. And yeah, and then obviously there's been other various people that I've met along my way that also very drawn to this stone as well. So if there's anything that you want to share in regards to the stone of amethyst, you're welcome to leave that in the comment section down below. You can also reach out to me on various other social media platforms, which will be in the description box of this YouTube video, and I will see you in the next vlog.